Becoming a developer can be pretty difficult to do, but there's one thing that makes it a lot easier, and that is by changing your mindset. I'm going to share with you 3 ideas that will help you change your mindset in order to become a better developer. One of the first mindset shifts you need to have as a developer is that you're constantly going to be learning new things. This is not typical with every professional job, but is very typical with development. The reason for this is there is such a high ceiling with development as far as learning goes that it is nearly impossible to reach. Even the best developers in the world still are learning things every single day. Mostly because the technologies are continuing to grow and progress, that there's always going to be something new to learn. Your job as a developer is to be okay with learning new things and being up for the challenge. This is honestly like a great thing because the more you learn as a developer, the more you can potentially get paid. So just keep it in mind that in order to get those high paying salaries, you need to be open to learning. The second mindset shift you're going to have is being okay with getting stuck and pushing through it. Being stuck as a developer, especially while you're learning in the early days, is something that you just have to accept and embrace. It will happen pretty frequently to you, and you have to be able to push through it. If you get discouraged and quit, then you're never going to learn. You simply need to push through it. There have been times where I get stuck on a bug and it takes me 6 hours to figure it out, and it was the most simple thing I could have thought of. It's pretty typical that there are certain things that you're going to overlook or maybe not understand, and you have to be able to be okay with it. Push through it and you'll get through the other side. And the final mindset shift really pertains to being able to break down complex systems into smaller steps. A lot that goes into developing products is being able to break these fancy features down into the bare bones, right? So like if you want to create a user profile, you have to be able to break it down into the user needs to be able to input data. I need to be able to send that data from the front end to the back end using an API. I need to be able to store that data in a database, and then in the future, I need to be able to get that data and send it to the front end to be able to display it to the user, right? So this system of simply just displaying data and storing data of a user's profile, it can be broken down into so many of these steps, and you need to be able to understand that. And this was just a simple case. There are so many more complex systems that you will have to be able to break down to the simplest terms in order to be able to figure out maybe where a bug is or what the best solution is for this complex problem. So my biggest recommendation is look at the end goal of where you're trying to get and basically break it down into step 1, step 2, step 3, and just tackle it one by one rather than looking at it as a giant project. And it'll seem like it's a lot easier and manageable. All right, so those are the 3 mindset shifts that are going to get you to become a better developer. Keep those in mind while you're learning how to code, and I wish you the best of luck.